My name is Gibson, and this is your daily breakthrough video. So I want to talk to you a little bit about how an anxious preoccupied thinks they want something versus what they're actually programmed or conditioned to be drawn into and drawn towards. And so we can think of this as the difference between your conscious mind and your conditioning, aka your subconscious mind. So something you need to know first and foremost about your subconscious mind is that it wants what's familiar because it associates with familiarity, which equals safety, which equals survival. And at the end of the day, we are still wired more than anything else to survive. So what essentially takes place is, let me know if this is you too, right? Like, I'm curious to hear if you really relate to this. You may be sitting thinking at night, staying up at night thinking, wondering, why am I constantly running up into these walls in relationships? Why do I keep dating people and then it fizzles out over time? Why do I keep being interested in somebody and then things just don't really work out long term, or I can't seem to find a connection that lasts? Why do I keep being attracted to emotionally unavailable people? Why do I keep being so caught in these dynamics where I feel like I'm chasing somebody? And if you resonate with any of these things, while your mind is sitting there yearning for consistency, for love, for certainty, for somebody who's going to show up, for a romantic relationship that lasts, this is the difference between your conscious mind versus your subconscious mind. Your conscious mind says, I want all these different things. Your subconscious mind is actually the one making decisions at the end of the day. And you can't really outwill your subconscious mind. You can only recondition or reprogram it. So your conscious mind says, I want love. I want relationships to last. I want to stop chasing people. I want to feel chased and wanted. And your subconscious mind says, yeah, but I'm attracted to what's familiar. And because all anxious, preoccupied individuals are basically conditioned to fear abandonment, feel like they're alone, feel a sense of not being good enough, fear rejection, all these different things, you're continuously drawn into what's familiar, which is people who are going to make you feel rejected, not good enough, that you're not important enough, unseen, unheard, emotionally unavailable. And it's not that those people are bad people. It's just that they may be in a place in their life where they're focused on different things, where they're not ready to settle down, where they have their own conditioned fears and limiting beliefs. And believe it or not, we get attracted to people in a very short period of time. We tend to get really drawn in very quickly, and we tend to sort of build out this web of information about who somebody is, which is why you keep ending up drawn back into those same types of people and individuals. And we notice a lot in a very short period of time based on micro expressions and body language and tone of voice and facial expressions and, all these things that are happening, how somebody's posture is, how long they hold eye contact for. There's so many things that give the messaging to our subconscious mind, essentially, if somebody is available or not. And the subconscious and unconscious mind process roughly 1 billion bits per second of information, while your conscious mind processes roughly 40 to 60 bits per second of information. So if you find yourself in these situations where you're like drawn into things, and yet they're not seeming to be the things that are actually getting you the results you're looking for in relationships, it is a call for reconditioning. It means that it is time to recondition your subconscious comfort zone to want secure relationships, to have security, consistency, be attracted to available people emotionally, and people who are ready to commit and who are taking relationships more seriously in their life. And you can't actually do that until you learn to give those things to yourself first. So how reconditioning happens. And by the way, if you want to do a deep dive into reconditioning, we have programs literally all designed and based on the principles of reconditioning. This is how healing actually happens. We can't just talk about things or recognize them. We have to then recognize, isolate, and recondition. And all of our programs in the personal development school do exactly that. It's like step-by-step tools to help you recondition in a very short period of time. We actually have 40-day challenges running for each of our programs. If you want to join, there's an accountability call each week. I also do 4 live calls that you can attend every single week for members of each program. And you also get access to all the tools and resources for exactly what you need to do to recondition. So you can check that out for free for 7 days too, using the link below, by the way. But essentially what you're doing here is you are looking at this information and you're looking at, okay, what have I learned about what love is, what attachment is, what connection is? And if you look closely, you'll see, okay, well, how I was treated is how I came to treat myself. So if I had inconsistency around attention, I tend to be inconsistent at giving myself attention. If I had Parents who were dismissive at times, I tend to be dismissive of my own feelings and needs. And then, as we talked about that familiarity component, well, then you get attracted to people who are also dismissive of your feelings and needs. You get attracted to people who are also inconsistent in the relationship to you. If you had your boundaries not recognized at times, you're probably not going to be somebody to really recognize and implement your own boundaries. And you're going to be attracted to people who take advantage of situations, of your time, your energy, your attention, etc. So you're going to see this chain reaction of events from what you were conditioned to believe connection was like, how that really enforced the relationship you have to yourself and really dictates it. You'll notice as well, like if you didn't have caregivers who were present enough, often you're not present with yourself, your own feelings, your own needs, checked into yourself. You're usually so externally focused on other people's feelings and needs, right? And so then you'll be attracted to people who are also going to treat you that way. So you'll see this like chain reaction of events that's a mirror into yourself. And it's a mirror into, what conditioned patterns you have and exactly what needs to be reconditioned. So your set point or subconscious comfort zone changes to be more securely oriented in relationship to self, which will then make your subconscious mind be attracted to a secure orientation of people outside of you, right? So you'll be attracted to people who are emotionally available, who are present, who want to commit to a long-term relationship, but it starts with you first. And to be quite honest, it's really hard to be in that position because obviously your conscious mind's like yearning for something. Your subconscious mind keeps going back to the same pattern. And just that push-pull can be really difficult and confusing. But on top of that, it's so important to recognize that work on our external relationships truly starts with the relationship to ourselves. And whatever we're not giving to ourselves, we're going to have a hard time really receiving from others effectively. We'll doubt it, we'll question it, we'll avoid it, we'll reject it, right? Somebody can be really complimentary of you, but if you think you're not good enough, you'll be like, oh, they don't really mean that. They probably say that to everybody. The mind will do whatever it can to retain its comfort zone. So I really wanted to talk about this today because I think it's such an important part of understanding that like healing doesn't happen just because we recognize things or talk about them. Healing happens because we recognize things, isolate exactly what's still alive within us, and then recondition that pattern. And that's where the transformation really takes place. And that's what all of the personal development school courses are really designed to do, is to walk you through that step-by-step transformation, which to really reprogram patterns can be as short as 21 days. So, anyways, I guess that's it for now. But if you want to check out the Anxious Preoccupied Healing Program for free for 7 days and try it out, it is there down below. And if you have any other questions about this, please let me know in this video. Let me know in the comments. Anything else you want to know about reconditioning and the importance of it. I think it's not talked about enough sometimes in a lot of the way many of our therapy or counseling systems work. So I'm very passionate about this. But yeah, let me know your questions below. And thank you so much for watching and for being here. And please subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you. Bye.